It is a absolutely gorgeous day today. I'm sure that the spirits are out playing today because there is some sunshine. So I'll wait for it to do all its things. And yeah. Actually, I need to say if you're watching this on YouTube, hi. This is done live over at Facebook at Bridget's Astrology Daily Coffee and Cosmic Check-in. If you would like to pop over and be included in the live where I chat to anybody who is able to send their comments through because, if it works or not. So here we are, Thursday. I've already pulled a Lindy today because we do have the moon still in Aries. So, a little bit of swear bear goes a long day. And it is so apt. All right. So the card is keep paddling out of this river full of turds. And I have a little bit of a story to tell about yesterday and today. So let me just see whether it's working or not. Hello, Barbara. How are you? It looks like it is not working today, so I'll have to just keep on refreshing the feed to see everyone. So not long, Barbara. I'll be there next week. From next Monday, I will be training at Dean Park with Fitness Fanatics, so I'm very excited for that as well. All right, so today, at 9 o'clock, we have a beautiful aspect. The moon in Aries is trine, right? So helpful and harmonious and offers support. Although you can be a little bit complacent with with too many trines because you're like, it's lucky, I'm lucky, and then you don't do anything with it. So 9 a.m. moon trine sun. This is where you feel the universe supporting you. All right. So if you had those realizations yesterday where you felt like you were setting off on a new journey, the hero's quests of Frodo Baggins heading into Mordor, because there was definitely a couple of different levels of feelings about what could be expected, especially because you're sort of confident about it, but then you realize that you've got to tread carefully because there are still shadows around. Going back even further to recently, I've been talking about that inner light that is guiding us. All right. When we are determined and connected to what we feel like we need to be moving towards, there's that inner light shining. There's that North Node in Pisces. There's, all the things. All right. So today, also today, the moon is also currently conjunct Chiron, and that is exact at 6:30 p.m. So another aspect where we are seeing things for what they are and we are able to heal in the moment. Or this is what I'm sort of feeling about it right now is, because we do have that courage and confidence to move forward, the fact that we can see Chiron just there and we know what our main wounds are, we know where we trip up, we know where we get stuck. So, being this brave Aries trine sun, let's move towards pride, let's move towards leadership. So that's at 6:30 p.m. And then after 4 o'clock, all right, so before the Chiron stuff, the moon starts to square Pluto, all right? So I feel like if we can just continue to move towards the things that we're hesitant about, or that we're like, previously I've been triggered, or that's hurt me in the past, after 4 o'clock, you might see the reality of the situation. Yes, there is always tension, but and there's always challenge and struggle, but they're the things that make you stronger. All right. And again, Pluto offers clarity and, truth and, a glimpse into our shadow side. Hence, going back to the fact that we have our inner light guiding us. All right, let me click and see what's going on. Oh my gosh, look at everybody. Good morning, Susan. Hello, Alicia. Hi, Ali. Good morning, Louise. Hello, Heather. How are you? All right, let me read the words and then I will talk to you about my little story. So, what needs to be done here for everything to work smoothly? All right, ask question, take everybody's strengths into consideration, work together to get something bigger and better done that only one person could do on their own. All right. So this is about, maybe that healing the wound is about you don't have to do it on your own. Maybe you're the type of person that's like, no, I've got this. I don't want to be feel like I owe anybody anything, or I'm capable, I'm whatever, like it's okay. Everybody needs help. All right. So release the need to know the answer and just let these things unfold naturally. I think you'll be surprised and glad that you did. All right, so yesterday we had that hero's journey, and and today with the clarity about what is it that needs to be done in around here. So yesterday, Mick and I went and visited our friends in town, and then we came back, and Mick had this massive epiphany when he got back, and he just saw things for what they were, like not, and maybe this was that in the words yesterday, I said that there is still cause for quiet reflection. The road ahead may hold shadows, but remember you have that inner light to guide you. So if you are coming into this, Mercury is moving forward, all right, he is still in that opposition to Pluto. So maybe, maybe in that forward momentum or that forward looking state, you saw a situation for the reality of it. And rather than, being a complete turd to yourself. I just saw turd because the card was keep paddling out of this river full of turds. That it's I don't know. It's more of a oh my god. I can see there's clarity. I can see what needs to be done. It doesn't have to be me tearing myself down. I can just go. All right, sudden and unexpected left turn, fork in the road. I'm going to choose the road less traveled. I don't know. Insert your experience here. Maybe you saw things for what they actually are rather than what you want them to be or hope or dream them to be. There's certain amounts of clarity here. Mercury doesn't get until to 5 degrees until tomorrow morning. By the time I talk to you, it will just be clicking over to 5. All right. And just because it's station on 4, that's that, we're still in this, we're still at the roundabout. We're still, we're still looking around in the same position, but everything appears clearer now. So today, now the moon does move into Taurus at 11:22 p.m. So, unless you're one of my Northern Hemisphere watchers, thank you. You will be experiencing that maybe around 3 in the afternoon. So, we're going to be waking up tomorrow in a more comfortable position, or we could be getting back into that stubbornness, so this oh my God. Like that's not stubborn. That is Uranus in Gemini. That is allowing your mindset to shift. That is being open and receptive for new opportunities to come your way. That is being brave to walk forward and allow healing to happen. All right. So again, there's a lot of, you know, remember Mars is in Libra, he's weighing things up as well. Libra, Venus, you don't generally go down too far. But that Mars in Libra is being ruled by Venus conjunct Jupiter in Cancer. So, he may be looking at things in a much more nurturing light rather than I need to toughen up the man. It's like actually, little boys need hugs too. So don't know where that exactly came from, but let's click and see who else is here. Everybody. So yeah, so how does that feel? Did anybody have one of those experiences yesterday where it's like, you started the day with bravery and courage, and then it's, I don't know, I've got a sense right now of, when you're walking down the road, or you know I'm feeling a little bit more sort of a bit more of a mystical sort of, that there's something watching you, or that you're heading towards something that is going to be a big deal. So, and then you get the clarity, and then you're like, oh, okay, I get it. All right. So, going back to that today with the ask questions and take everybody's strengths into consideration. What's that quote? No man is an island unto himself. You know, it takes two people to create one person. There are, everybody needs to belong. I'm sort of hinging in on this Venus Jupiter stuff here. You know, um, everybody needs a hug. A hug can fix everything. Nurturing and acceptance and belonging is the antidote for so many things. Like these people that are running the world right now, you need a fucking hug. You need a cup of tea and a cake. You need some comfort food here, guys. So yeah, again, just allow that warrior to have a little bit of a reprieve. Maybe let him have his, put your feet up, buddy. Take a minute to just ground yourself and realize there's strength in softness as well. So let's draw a card. We'll just okay. Sorry, they are completely stuck. All right, so yeah, so we've got that Sun trine Chiron. We're generally heading towards this healing opportunity, especially with the Moon coming up to conjunct Chiron. Mercury is sextile Mars, so there are some potentially animated conversations around. Venus doing that beautiful trine to the North Node. Mars not talking to anyone except for Mercury approaching him. And Jupiter also North Node. We've got some lovely, lovely healing opportunities, but it takes this warrior to allow himself some comfort and some nurturing. Again, I'm going back to that comfort food, that allowing yourself to understand that rest is just as important, that that help is just as important. It takes a brave person to put their hand up and say, I need help. Oh, we got two today. We got two. Perfect. Oh, look at that. The moon is asking you to just, sink into the feeling. Allow your feelings to guide you. All of that intuitive stuff, there's Chiron and the healing opportunities. So then on the other side, you can find your magic. Like, are we in a place where we all just need to rest so that we can recharge, find our magic? Because as this week unfolds, like I said, tomorrow, yeah, there's a potential for maybe getting into stuck thinking a little bit. Saturday morning, I prescribe Saturday morning cartoons to everybody. All right. So Saturday morning, have a chill day. All right. Because now the day will change on Saturday. I'm not saying that it's going to be anything bad. It will just change into something different from lunchtime onwards. Again, I can't really sort of offer a perspective of what that might look like. Does it look negative? But Sunday, oh my God, Sunday is so exciting. All right, so we're heading into this lighter, freer thinking sort of energy. So sit back, rest, find your inner magic, let that inner light guide you. Find those comfort and security things, and then as the week progresses, if we can hold on to this, it's okay to be nurtured, then we're just revitalizing ourselves. So that was a lot. So I hope that made sense to everybody. I am around today, guys. I am doing readings. I've got to get ready for Sunday. That's so exciting. I've got the bunny to finish, and yeah, again, just moving towards change. So I'll click the button one more time. Hello, Deborah. How are you? So yeah, I'm going to go for my walk. I'm going to do my training. Oh, I don't know. I feel like I can definitely feel Mercury shifting now. A bit disappointed that he didn't allow this to function properly this morning. But who knows, from tomorrow onwards, it might just be that much better. All right, guys. Mwah. I will see you guys tomorrow.